Honestly, Merdeka, I don't know why, but I don't feel like celebrating. Or I'm not in a celebratory kind of mood. I say that not in malice or apathy or even ignorance, because I feel like once in a year you celebrate the fact that you have freedom over your sovereign ruler, which in this case is the British. And so what? You know? It's like there should be something more to celebrate, you know? The fact that we live in a relatively peaceful country. And as much as we are unhappy about certain things, what are you going to do about it? Do you complain? Do you criticize all the time? There should be some sort of productive way of doing it. And I've always believed that if you want to celebrate Merdeka, celebrate it every single day, you know? Not just on on August 31st. And even better, September 16th, that's a really good thing that it was made international holiday, because that is truly Malaysia. You know, we kind of forget about those folks in the West sometimes, and they're absolutely wonderful people as well. So, yeah, I don't really feel anything. I would like to feel, I would like to be all, how do I say it? I am patriotic to my country, but I won't go around waving my flag on August 31st because I still don't know what that means. We're such a young country. If you expect things to be like fine and dandy in 50 years, that's kind of unrealistic. Without making mistakes, you can never learn. So, okay, some of the mistakes could be kind of drastic, but it's I hope that those who are in power kind of learn from it and believe in the people to know that we're not dumb. We know. And we will help you if you ask. And if you make a mistake and admit it, heck, we will stand by you. But unless you're honest and you, if you're not honest about the things that you do or don't do, it is very difficult to trust you. Yeah. If I had my way, if I was the prime minister, the first female prime minister, I would actually revamp the entire education system. And the things that I would include in that system would be that okay, one school for everyone, but you need to learn all four languages. That includes English, Malay, Tamil, and Chinese until a certain grade like standard 6 or form 2, because you're equipped with that and you can go out into the world and you're quite a large asset, you know. And you need another subject that I would incorporate is interreligious studies. You know, you need to learn about Islam, Christianity, every single other religions that are out there, just so you know, just so you're not ignorant and you're sensitive to other people's religions, other people's backgrounds. That's just, I don't know, it's just common sense to me. I don't know why. And yeah, and on top of that, there should be an environmental education subject. You know, the world is eventually going to end, but we can sort of prolong it. Like I said, my background is very international. I needed to relearn everything when I was an adult, being about learning things about being Malaysian, being Malay. I was 22 when I came back. I'm 27 now. Yeah, so that means 5 years I've been back. 5 years I've assimilated and learned about Malaysia. I mean, like, it got so bad because, okay, I am from Penang. When I was growing up, Penang people speak a different slang. So that was the only slang that I know how to speak, you know? Depa, and ayak. So when I came to KL and started talking like that, everybody looked at me like one kind. And I'm like, what's wrong? I'm speaking Malay. And I didn't know that there were different dialects. So that was really challenging. That was really hard for me. And I only discovered all these things recently in my adult life. But from that discovery, I know now that when I have kids of my own or the younger kids, I will tell them, you know, what I did not know before, so that they're not put into a situation like that. So when it comes to the sarong, I mean, like, I hardly wear a sarong at home. I don't wear a sarong at home. I wear shorts, but I just love the authenticity of Malay folk in the sarong. I don't know what it is that attracts me so much or that resonates me to that. I love it when people wear their traditional costumes, you know? Whether it's like your cheongsam or your baju kebaya, I just like it. So I suppose you could say during the holidays is the best time for me because I see everybody in their attire. It's just another expression of who they are, baju and, you know, hairstyles and stuff. So I don't know. I'm not really trying to set a movement with what I do, but I just do what I want to do. Wherever I go to a Southeast Asian country, I can pass off as the local. That's just the thing. But I also think that as much as people have their how do I say it? Okay, when people know or see that I'm Malay and that I speak this way only because that is just how I was brought up, they will stigmatize you, you know, discriminate you without knowing, just simply, you know, superficial discrimination, which is a bit sad lah. But I realized that there's no point in getting upset, because if they don't bother to get to know who you are, then that's just their loss. And I can easily connect with a Malay from a kampong in Kuala Kubu Baru, as well as a Chinese or an Indian or a Karisan Dusun, because of my background and the fact that I was exposed to so many people, so many cultures, and it was just a given that you had to, you know, get along. I mean, what was the alternative? Not to get along and stay in your cocoon? So yeah, I think that helped me a lot. It's difficult for women in Malaysia, especially Muslim women who are automatically Malay, to do things that they want to do, but have the authorities kind of cut you off. And I think it stems from the fact that there was a point in time when anything Arab, this Arabization of Malaysia, was the way to go, because, oh, Arabs are the epitome of being Muslims, when actually that's not the case, you know? Religion in itself is a way of life. If you're treating people badly, what does that say about your religion? And Islam has never been that way. I'm sure other religions as well. I don't think any religion has ever preached violence, you know? Okay, people will take things out of context, but they don't read it in context. And I also think that the authorities kind of get scared about what is happening to the youth only because they're insecure that people will be led astray. But you have to think about, why do you feel this way? Is it because you have no faith in them? Or the education system doesn't really teach you to seek knowledge, which means reading everything and anything and not banning things, because that is the way to go. You seek knowledge because you want to find the truth. And for me, the truth is Islam. And that's just how I feel. Hey, some people who wear the veil aren't good, you know? So it's very superficial when you start talking about the things that you wear. What about the content of your character or the content of your mind? Doesn't that matter? Why are you gonna discriminate others who look different than you, who are not normal? What is normal? It's very it's very superficial lah. I just don't like it when people start labeling others and talk about what they look like when they should go deeper than that. I've been hearing many of my friends, many people who are immigrating out,
Yeah.
and I don't know why, but I refuse to do that. I just have so much faith that things will be okay eventually, if it's not now. But the more people run away, who's gonna help the country then? You know, it's gonna be left to the hands of those who kind of spoiled it in the first place. And I suppose when they start, when the authorities and the people who are in the system, who are in charge, kind of do things that the general public are not happy about, the public needs to voice it out, you know? And I find that they don't, because they have such a comfortable life. It is only when you test the social quota that they will do something about it. Which is kind of sad, but if that's what it takes, then so be it, you know?